Hey guys, it's Kristina Aston here, the blogging one woman, and I am here today with Susan Bachelder, who I love to call the technical goddess, and we are getting ready to do our 20-minute speed hangout on Google Plus setup tips. So this is everything you need to know in 20 minutes or less. Hey Susan, how are you?
I'm good, Kristina. How are you?
I'm doing great, just getting over a nasty cold, but we're good.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to this because I do have my Google Plus set up, but I would like to learn more about how to maximize it and use it within my business.
Okay, so that's our aim today, is to just give some basic tips on what's really important to have set up on there, and maybe how to choose to have valuable people in your circles. Sorry, and the main thing you want is engagement. So you want to choose people to have in your circles that will A, circle you back, and B, engage with the stuff that you put out there, and that you want to engage with their content as well. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share and just pop over to my site. We've been having a little bit of trouble with our bandwidth here, so just bear with us. That's always a little crazy when it first comes up like that. Let's see if it settles for us. Can you let me know if you can see my screen clear?
I can see it clear.
Awesome. Okay, so I have, the first thing I'm going to start off by saying is I have 2 Google Plus profiles. And the reason is because those nasty YouTube flaggers that were just, trying to bump us off of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to start a new Google Plus profile. So I'm over on my other profile that I had properly set up. Mm-hmm. So if that, and I had just opened it here. So if that causes, just let me know if the screen pops off, if it causes us any trouble with the bandwidth.
Sure.
So always as important as, like Ken had pointed out in all the other social media sites, pictures are really important. I actually rarely ever even add somebody to my circle or join anybody that doesn't have a profile picture. I want to know that it's a real person and who they are. Ken's theme is actually to use the same picture on each social media. So just make sure that you have a good, clear headshot social picture. And then on your profile, in the About section, fill in all of the details. Now, Google Plus gives you a tagline, so that's kind of like either your motto or something catchy that would attract the ideal person that you want to attract. And that's what the tagline is. And that's what's going to show up, like when they hover over your name in any of the posts or any of your content, it's the tagline that's going to show up. So some people even just put, say if they're into photography, they just put photography on there, or if they want to put marketing, they put marketing on there. Then your introduction, it can be short or long, but just choose your description on purpose. And then Google Plus is kind of cool. It gives you bragging rights, so you can kind of tell a little bit more about yourself for the people that really want to try to get to know you. And then I do too. That's kind of why I kind of migrate towards Google Plus a little bit more than Facebook. There's just parts of it that I do feel are kind of just a little bit more unique and more personal. And then in the work part, it not only your occupation, but you can put in skills, employment, details. You can put places that you visited or places that you lived, education. There's just lots of information, as much contact information as you want.
Mm-hmm.
The links are super important. So these are links where your other profiles are. Make sure you fill them out so they can connect with you on the other social media platforms. And then, as we discussed in the Hangout that we did on Google authorship, it's really important to fill out this contributor to section. And then your extra links would be your other websites as well.
Excellent.
Apps. Yeah, I didn't put my apps on this one because that's on my other profile. So that's kind of the gist of the profile. It's kind of like the starting base. It'll be what kind of decides what kind of people you end up attracting to. Then for circles,
I have a quick question. How many Gmail accounts do you have? How many Gmail?
Myself?
Yeah.
I have 4, but I've only set up 2 of my Gmail accounts with Google+.
Okay. So I just have to look into that because I seem to have 4 Google Plus accounts, and I didn't do that on purpose. And because I also have 4 Gmail emails, so I have to go in and close them down or something. Because I think it was Ken when we first started chatting. He's like, "Which one? You have 4." I was like, "What?"
Right.
I thought it was something that they automatically set up, or
they kind of do. I don't know if mine pop up when people search it, but only the ones that you go ahead and accept to set up as Google Plus profiles set up. But maybe just when he was searching you, it did pop up that you have 4 different accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that actually.
Yeah.
So then to see your community posts, it's just at home, which is kind of obvious. Communities is still fairly new. You can start your own community or you can join with other communities, and that's super cool. I won't go into that because we could do a whole 20 minutes on communities. That's lots of fun. Now photos is, you could always store photos before, but now they have just expanded what you can do with photos, and we can even take photos out in the Google Hangout and then they go and save in photos. There's a few glitches with it yet. It's not quite working. Mm-hmm. And then just like on Facebook, you can set up pages. I have 2 pages, only one that I've done too much work on. And then for finding people to circle, you can search topics just right in this topic bar, and then you can prioritize which ones show up in this bar. They give you suggested communities, community invitations. Where's the suggested circles? Oh, right here. You might like. And they give you suggestions of people that you can follow or add to your circles, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
And then, oh yeah, right up here too is personal people. So it's as easy as, so say if I wanted to, this is my little rule, I don't accept people without pictures. So say this one is suggested because that person is in my contacts. So then you just hover over the ad, and then these are all my list of different circles that I have. And some of them aren't as organized as I would prefer, but I try to keep them organized so that I know if there's a specific topic that I want to send with somebody. Like, I'm not going to share marketing stuff with people that are in my art circle or photography. So I try to keep them separated. But this person, I don't really know what he's about, so I wouldn't know what circle to put him in. So then I would put him in random. And then this more circles and but circles, I will show you what that is if we don't run out of time.
Okay.
And then they just changed. They used to have a button right here where I could go to my circles.
I also have a question. When you're sending out information to your circles, if you just hit public, does that send everything out to all your circles?
it makes it public so that everybody that's in your circles and anywhere can find it. Whereas if you just put my circles, the only people that can see that post on Google Plus is the people in your circles.
And then you can specify, you know, say you want to send out something just to your art circle and you don't want it to go to anyone else, and you just click art circle and it would only go to them.
Right.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. So on your profile page is where you can see how many are in your circles and how many have you in their circles.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple cool little apps that you can get to evaluate like how many people have not circled you back, and then you can uncircle people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole different discussion. So this just goes through if you want to evaluate your circles and who's in what circle. And then say if I want to go to, well, no, that doesn't take me there either.
You can add one person in more than one text.
What's that?
Like say you can add a person into more than one circle. You can add your art circle who's also interested in internet marketing. You can put that person in internet marketing as well.
That's right. Like, so say this person, I'll just remember who that is. So say they're marketing and they're influential in marketing and they're specializing in SEO. Then you can add them to all three circles.
Wow. Very cool.
So that's pretty cool too. And that's what I think that's another one of my preferences over Facebook is just having that capability of really choosing who you share stuff with. Whereas with Facebook, it's just you're putting it out there either public or just your friends. Whereas in Google Plus, you can really specify what circle you share things with.
Yeah.
And then if you want to add, there's share circles, butt circles, and then there's a third one. I forget what it's called, but all you have to do is you search that in the top bar, and it's a group. And once you circle that, then in your feed will come groups of circles. Sometimes there's like just under 100 people gathered in a circle, or there's actually been as many as 400 or 500 people. And if you want to accept that circle, you can add that many people all at once. Does that make sense? Oh, we have a freeze. Just 1 second.
Here, you're not frozen.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. It froze, and then Samuel came in, so I thought, okay, I'm going to mute for a second.
No problem. I have a question. What are some strategies to building circles and using them or promoting yourself? Strategies that you can use with Google Plus.
So that's where I choose. That's why I have so many different circles, because I try to just take that second to see what they're about. So if their interest is photography, I put them in my photography circle, and then because that is one of my interests. And then when I see a post in my feed that is that I like and is photography topic, then I share it and maybe just put a quick blurb on there, whatever, like something to do, obviously, with the image, and I share that with my photography circle. So I specifically engage with the same interests, and then once you get that interest going and they know that you're an engaging person, they're going to look at your other posts as well, and not just your photography stuff. Like they'll come and click on your name. And I just find that Google Plus is very engaging in that way. As soon as you've engaged with them, and people are very thankful when you Google Plus or when you share their content, you'll get lots of thanks for sharing that, and you'll get 1+s back. And I've actually had some of my photography and art people that's all they say they're interested in. I've had them read my articles and 1+ my articles that have nothing to do with those topics. So it's just, if you engage, people will engage back. So very much focus on your interests and just search for those. So you use just the plus sign, and just like hashtag is what tags content topics in Twitter. Mm-hmm. Just use the plus sign in Google Plus and search your topics. Does that answer the question?
It does.
So it's more topic. Google Plus is more topic oriented than Facebook is.
There's a more stronger emphasis on content and the relationship built around it. Where Facebook, you kind of just share everything really fast, and some people see it and maybe not see it. But I feel that with Google Plus, that it's just so targeted. I think it's because also the way the Google Plus page is set up with the way we see things.
Yeah.
We have more like a carnival at Facebook. You have so much coming across your board so quickly that you don't have the laser focus that you have with Google Plus when the content's coming across your circle.
Exactly. And just even having that capability to search a topic. So if you want to search gardening or anything to do with gardening, you just use the plus sign in the search bar, and then gardening or organic gardening. Mm-hmm. And anything that has been tagged with that will come up, and you'll have content just to do with organic gardening. And I think that's why I really like it. So you can zone in and share. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So and then there's always a little section right to the right of the feed that says trending. So what's trending on Google today? So you could even take a quick look at that list and see if any of that is interest to you, or maybe you want to choose your own content to share that day that is trending that day, and then that would really increase your traffic.
This just brought up something. How Plus have a tracking system the way that Facebook does? It took several years for Facebook to get to 1 billion users. I was wondering how many people are in Google Plus now these days.
I actually don't even know, because I don't even think I've read an article about how many are on there since in the fall, mm-hmm. and I bet you it's quite a bit more.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we'll have to check into that. But there's more. I mean, you mentioned something about a button further down that you wanted to do to 20. Oh, communities. So we will do probably another Google Plus Speed Hangout on communities.
I think we probably should, because there's a bit of strategy if you're going to set up a community or if you're going to engage in the community. So I think we should do a separate one just so we can keep it inside the 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's do that the next time for our next Speed Hangout. Let's schedule that. So this will be nice for it to someone will just have seen this one and we can expand right into that one. So okay. Is there anything else that you want to add to the? I thought that was really good. I think that was excellent basic tips for setup. Anybody who hasn't gotten started, that will get them on the road to using their Google Plus account properly.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I guess I should wrap it up by saying keep in mind the 80-20 rule, And with the engagement rule, it's a social media platform, and if you want people to share your content, you need to engage with them and share their content as well. So 80% sharing and engaging with other people's content, and put 20% of your own content out there, because Google Plus is very much, if you're just putting your content out there, people won't pay attention to you, and Google Plus will actually just, all of a sudden your post has disappeared.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind, and thanks for listening.
Cool. All right, guys, this has been your little over 20-minute speed hangout on Google Plus setup tips, and everything you need to know in 20 minutes or less, or just a little bit more, but we go for quality here. And we look forward to seeing you on our next speed hangout. So we'll see you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.